Hey, what's up everyone? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. Today we're going to look at the S&P 500 for the upcoming week for beginning on March 24th. Today is March 23rd, 2019. So one thing real quick, let me just go to the daily chart. Just one thing I noticed about the way this market is moving up. It is what it likes to do is, and the reason I'm using this pivot point, that pivot point, then I'll use that pivot point, that pivot point, is these are two short trades that never got fulfilled. And so the way I trade, eventually the market will come back and fulfill these. This one being reverse lightning trade short, price will eventually come back and hit the 50% level, which is around 11.88. But as you can see right here, price is, that's the 261 and the 200 Fibonacci extension level. Price is respecting those as being the resistance before it's coming down, but I wouldn't read it too much into it right now, even though it does look like a triple top's forming, because it has formed at other locations in the past. Here around election time, and that was upcoming for it, you can see price bouncing off the 161.8 Fibonacci extension level, came up and hit it again, and it looks like it's hitting again for the third time to make a triple top for it before it just kind of goes up again. So that could be what's happening for this time. You come up and hit it, retracement, hit it, retracement, hit it. So is that going to be a triple top happening, or is it just doing these recoiling to collect more money into it before it can pop back up again and move on up to the next Fibonacci extension level, which would be all the way up there at around 4164, and that's the 423 extension level. So that's just one interesting thing I noticed about this market and kind of how it's moving. Kind of hits the tops a couple times before it blasts through it. And it looks like that's what's going on here with it right now. So wouldn't be surprised either if there's if it eventually or sooner than later busts back up and creates a new high, just based upon the way this market has moved from the past. Because as you can see from this one as well, using the Fibonacci extensions from this level, you can see not as much of an impact, but you see price hit 1, 2, and then blast off. There's 1, 2, 3. Now that was more of a triple top right there before it retraces for it. Hit that, moved it back up there. So the Fibonacci levels, what's looking for is going to be a little bit different for it. For that one, it's mainly using these, it looks like, to be support levels for once it happens. So when this one broke out, and it broke out of the 423 Fibonacci extension level, it came back and used this one as support. So for the 685% level, kind of the same things happened. Broke out, used that support, broke out a little bit more, but eventually came right back up. So could this be the time it's going to continue to go back up, or are we going to get more retracement down here again, at least to around 2554 before it does break back up again? If it does. On the same, but I just wanted to point those two out because I thought that using the other Fibonacci extension levels, you saw how price would bounce off of the Fibonacci extension levels, use them as resistance support, breaking through. But what it's tending to do for this one, it looks like, as these ones that get real far out here, I mean, these are real far out here for the daily chart, it's using that support before it moves over. And so where price currently is right now, it looks like it's doing the same thing. Use it as support. And is that going to be enough to break out? Do they capture enough? And when they had this previous down move right here, instead of just using that support, it looks like they may have trapped a lot of shorts in there. And did that trap enough money in there for it to take us up to new highs? So just want to point that out. Thought that was pretty interesting to look at. But let's go into the hourly chart first. Although there's not a whole lot to show from the hourly chart. It's the one thing I want to show right here. Using this as the base setup I'm using for my Fibonacci extension levels, using it. So whenever price eventually does come back and hit this 38% level right here, this will initiate the 38 to 127 trade for it. So you see, if this is the true top for it right here, still has a way to go down here to around 2703. But once price does eventually hit that, saying that is the true top, then the first exit we're looking for would be around 2983. So we still do have a really strong long side setup over here that we're just waiting on for it to come back and get filled right here. And then on top of that, we also have a reverse lightning trade long, using that and that right there. So you can see price came broke out, that initiated it. So the exit we currently have for it is the 127% Fibonacci extension level, which is 29.48 and 25 cents. You see it broke out, and it's using this kind of as support right here, the 100% level. So whether or not that holds or not, it shoots on back up. We'll just have to wait and see, but it is a valid lightning trade long setup, decent area to get in if you're looking at breakout trading for it right there. Still plenty of room for it to run for where it is. So you have those two hourly long setups. Now there have been a couple of short setups on the 15-minute side that have developed this past week. Not many on the hourly side or the daily side, besides those two way back in the day. That those will eventually get fulfilled, but who knows when and where that will happen. So I'm not worried about those for right now. But let me show you. Well, let me show you this long one here real quick, because this is another reverse lightning trade long on the 15-minute chart. And on Friday I tweeted out that this was at this area right here and price is down there. This is a great place to get in. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's just eCarthy. That's my Twitter handle. Yeah, real original. So what the exit we're looking for is the let's see, this it broke out right here, so turn it down. So the exit we're looking for is the 50% Fibonacci retracement level right here. So any more weakness we have in the market, I'd definitely be pretty bullish. I'd definitely be bullish on it, because it's eventually come back and hit this 50% Fibonacci retracement level at 28.35 for this reverse lightning trade long. So that's another long setup that we have. But there is a reverse lightning trade to the short side that has initiated as well. So what we have right here is the reverse lightning trade to the short side. So you can see right here, price came and broke out of it, and so that initiated. So the exit we're looking for is down here at the orange Fibonacci extension level at 27.99, and that would only change if price comes up and retraces and hits the 38% level at 28.34. Then we'd move the exit up to 28.14 to get out of that short side light trade short level. So I wouldn't be surprised, in the overnight session Sunday, or especially the opening of the bell Monday, for there to be more weakness in the market to go down and get this fulfilled down here at around 27.99 from where it's at 28.07. And let me show you another thing that's pretty interesting. Here's another short lightning trade, but that has initiated from this one as well. And price came down, broke out of it, never hit the 38 to move it back up, and so you're looking at down here 27.92 being the current exit for it. So those are just two reasons why I think there could be a little bit more downside in the market to begin with. Then after that we'll have to see. But what my prediction is, which will probably be dead ass wrong, price comes down here, fulfills this early in the week, and then eventually it retraces it back up and starts fulfilling those long ones that are wait to be filled. So that's just what I'm looking for. Hope that helps, and I'll try to do kind of a midweek review after see what happens with these early ones, get all said and done. All right, thanks, bye.